Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to rank all the live action Joker portrayals on the big screen and small. Now, I believe there have been, I want to guess, 4 or 5 Joker live action portrayals. Let me list them very quick. There was Cesar Romero in the 1966 series. In the theatrical film that came out also that year. There was Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, Jared Leto, and Cameron Monaghan from Gotham, and Joaquin Phoenix was the latest Joker. So I didn't write down this list. I'm going through it through my head. This is what I think the worst to best portrayals have been on the clown Prince of Crime himself. So here we go. Listed as my least favorite, I have Cesar Romero from the 1966 Batman movie. I think this one, or not just the movie, the series as well, I think this one is not a surprise for most people. This one is very outdated. you, it's nothing wrong with Cesar Romero, and plus the stash. He had the mustache that was painted over. It was just like lazy. I know why he kept it on, because he was famous for having a mustache at the time, and that's why they let him keep it. But come on, you look at it today. It kind of hurts seeing it there, right? Too bad they didn't have CGI at the time to take it off like they did with Henry Cavill. Oh no, wait, that would have been bad. But yes, obviously it's an outdated portrayal, but for the time it works, and it's fine for the type of series that Batman TV show was. So, moving on, I have Jared Leto. I think Jared Leto was fine for the movie he was in, Suicide Squad. I actually liked him quite a bit. The problem with his Joker is that he didn't really have enough time to really shine and really get his groove into that performance. And so with that, I think we got an underperforming Joker that didn't really get his chance to really go all out there like other Jokers have. So I think a lot of people give him a lot more harsh criticism than he deserves, because I think you really need to give the Joker the spotlight if you are going to give a really good performance, and unfortunately Jared Leto didn't get that. So moving on, I would say Jack Nicholson is next on my list. That might be surprising for some people, because I didn't say another certain actor yet. But yeah, I think Jack Nicholson's performance was great for its time. But when you really look at it, I think Jack Nicholson is just playing Jack Nicholson. And when you watch other Joker portrayals, I think there are some other ones that are a lot better. Jack never felt like the Joker to me. He just felt like Jack Nicholson on steroids. So there you go. That's how I feel on the Jack Nicholson performance. I still think it's a really good performance, and you can clearly see the guy is having a lot of fun playing the role, especially since the movie was really centered on him the most. I think he stole the spotlight from Batman in that one. But look, for what it's worth, it was a really good performance. I think we've gotten some better ones, including this next one that I have on my list, Cameron Monaghan from Gotham. That's right. I put him above Jack Nicholson, and I do not care. You can at me all you want. I think he actually has done a really great job on Gotham, and I think some of the best Gotham episodes are the ones that feature his version of this character. Now, to be fair, he got to play different versions of this character, because in the beginning he played a character known as Jerome, who was the first twin brother, remember? And so he was really channeling his Heath Ledger and Mark Hamill Jokers in those earlier episodes. And then in the last 2 seasons, he got to play the character of Jeremiah, who's the twin brother of Jerome, and he got to play the role a little bit differently. So we got to see different sides of him, which was, I think, gave him a little bit of an advantage for me on my front. That's why I put him a little bit over Jack Nicholson. I thought, hey, okay, so he didn't just copy what Heath Ledger and Mark Hamill did. He's also playing it in a different way as well. We got to see a more serious, psychotic Joker, which is like serious and psychotic. How does that mesh? You watch it and you'll see. I think when his episodes pop up, it's usually the fan favorite episodes because it's tough not to screw up on the Joker, even though we've seen it a little bit in the past. So, yeah, Cameron Monaghan, I thought he was really great, and I thought he was great in the finale as well. Even though I didn't like the look of Joker in the finale, he was still great in it. So there you go. Moving on to the last two on my list. This was a tough one, and I can see people being a little upset, and there's a part of me that's a little upset about this. Heath Ledger is my number two now. That's right, Heath Ledger, I think, is terrific in this role. He is the Joker when you watch this movie. Obviously, a lot of people would say he steals the spotlight from the rest of the cast, and I'll agree to that, even though I think The Dark Knight doesn't necessarily just rely on Heath Ledger's success. I think the whole cast is great in that movie. Heath Ledger definitely does steal the spotlight when he's on screen, and that's just the character of the Joker in general. I think he's supposed to be so over the top. He's supposed to steal your attention, gain your attention, and so I think Heath Ledger did that brilliantly. And this was the guy that was in Brokeback Mountain before, or the Night movie. What was it called again? I forgot what it was called right now. The Night film, A Night in Time or something like that. But yeah, he was terrific, and I know I said that Night movie wrong. But yes, he was terrific, and to see what he did before and what he did now. 10 Things I Hate About You was another movie he was in. This was a great, big, different departure, and he was taken from us way too early, because who knows where his career could have been today if he had, hadn't passed away before then. So, and it's sad too that he couldn't see the praise that people had given him once the movie came out. And it's one of those examples that I think people should wait and see for an actor's performance before they decide if it's going to be good or bad. I feel like we never learn from these mistakes, and it just happens constantly. Like Robert Pattinson is a great example. We're not waiting and seeing what his performance is going to be. And but then again, even the Bible has taught us that mankind seems to repeat itself. Repeat our mistakes all the time. We never learn from our mistakes of the past. So, moving on to my final choice, Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. That's right, this is my new favorite performance of this character. And I'm going to tell you why. It's very similar to the reason I think Ben Affleck is the best Batman, where Batman is supposed to be this character that strikes fear into criminals, and he was the first Batman. I was like, holy cow, this is a Batman that I do not want to be in the shadows with. This Joker, I do not even want to be in the same room with. I don't even want him to be down the street from me. I want to be far away from this Joker than any other Jokers. Now, obviously, Heath Ledger, I wouldn't want to be with either. Neither Cameron Monaghan or Jack Nicholson. That's right, Jack Nicholson I wouldn't want to be around with in general, because I think he's a crazy old man. And the Joker just proves that. But Joaquin Phoenix gets me nervous. Even while watching this movie, obviously I really liked the movie. I thought it was a really well done film. And there were times on my second viewing, I did see the movie a second time, where I was getting a little nervous in the theater whenever doors would open or something like that, because this Joker does give that creep vibe that the Joker does need. The way the Joker is described, he's a mentally crazy person. You don't know what he's going to do next. I think once that transformation happens in this movie, without spoiling anything, he becomes that frightening character. There is a scene in his apartment. If you've seen the movie already, you know what scene I'm talking about, where there's two of his friends that come in, and one of his friends, I feared for his life. I'm going to leave it at that. If you've seen the movie, you know seen exactly what I'm talking about. I felt sorry for that character that had to be in the same room with him, and I'll leave it at that. So, look, Joaquin Phoenix is definitely the scariest interpretation of the Joker to date. I hope I'm not hyping that up, but believe me, he is a Joker that's really unpredictable, probably more so than Heath Ledger. And that's why I think a lot of people will want another film with this version of the Joker, because I think we just reached the tip of the iceberg with him in this new film. So with that being said, comment below and tell me your lists of your favorite Joker live action performances. I would have added Mark Hamill and Zach Galifianakis as well, but they were animated, and I always feel weird comparing the animated performances to the live action performances, because I think it's two totally different things. One is a more physical performance, while the other one is a voice performance, and it's two different things when it comes to acting, I think. With that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Please comment below and leave down your rankings. I know a lot of people are probably going to think I'm crazy for putting Joaquin Phoenix already over Heath Ledger, but that's why I didn't do this video very early on. I waited a month to do this video, so because I saw that tip a month ago, so there you go. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, take care.